Hello everyone, my name is Melody Law and I chose to do my final project on the concept artist Ralph McQuarrie. Ralph McQuarrie was an exceptional artist responsible for designing some of the most iconic images in movie history. He designed images and locations for many of Hollywood's greatest and most beloved movies, but the one that set his legacy was his extensive work on Star Wars. His ability to bring to life George Lucas's vision was unparalleled and caused him to become one of the most well-known concept artists for the movies. Ralph McQuarrie began his career in the early 60s, many years before he would get his big break with Star Wars. Although he did not have a particular interest in science fiction, his early drawings and jobs paint an interesting picture of what his later work would hold, and also where many of his inspirations would come from. McQuarrie was born on June 13, 1929, in Gary, Indiana. His love for art was established at an early age, probably because both his mother and father were accomplished artists. Even as a child, Ralph's artistic abilities were very impressive. Although fantasy and science fiction were not usually his topics he did enjoy drawing and painting various types of machinery, skills that would help him in his first career. McQuarrie's love for art and machines led him to pursue a career as a technical drawer. This brought him his first real job as a mechanical drawer for Boeing. His work with the company ranged from various schematics to detailed drawings of conceptual aircraft. This early concept work would later help him envision various aircrafts for his many movies. In the late 60s, early 70s, McQuarrie made up his mind that a change of pace was in order and decided to move to California. It was here that he found his true calling as a freelance artist for the movies. Throughout the early 70s, McQuarrie created background paintings and mats for numerous movies and animation. It was around 1975 when he met George Lucas, an upcoming director with an idea that he couldn't get off the ground. McQuarrie had already made numerous concept drawings and paintings for another movie that fell through. In 1975, George Lucas was trying to find a way to get his movie idea, Star Wars, into production, and Ralph McQuarrie was just the man to bring it to life. After being shown these concept drawings, Lucas and McQuarrie began creating the look of Star Wars. McQuarrie created a world that looked weathered and lived in, something that almost no other sci-fi movie had done. McQuarrie created some of the most iconic images, objects, and locations of the Star Wars trilogy. The look of Darth Vader's imposing helmet, the funny droid R2-D2, and the human similarities of C-3PO are all from McQuarrie's imagination. This, combined with Lucas's vision, helped bring to life this epic space saga. But it would not have been possible without McQuarrie's inspiring concept art. George Lucas has been saying, "When words could not convey my ideas, I could always point to one of Ralph's fabulous illustrations and say, 'Do it like this.'" His contribution to Star Wars cemented McQuarrie as a much sought-after concept artist. This new look that he gave the sci-fi movies would bring about a shift in the genre and craft a whole new idea of what space and other galaxies could look like for moviegoers. His newfound popularity would mean many more projects to work on. Aside from working on Star Wars, McQuarrie also created concept art for many other famous movies and television shows. His role in these productions ranged from designing ships and vehicles to the whole feel and atmosphere of the particular movie or show, similar to his work for Lucas. It was another Lucas movie where he created another iconic image, the Ark of the Covenant in Raiders of the Lost Ark. George Lucas and Steven Spielberg asked McQuarrie to design the look of the legendary Ark. This concept drawing that he created is actually shown in the movie when Indiana Jones is explaining what the Ark is to the two government agents. McQuarrie also worked on the iconic 1978 short-lived TV show Battlestar Galactica. Heavily inspired by Star Wars, McQuarrie helped shape the look and feel of the show similar to how he helped shape Star Wars. From the cityscapes to the Viper fighters, McQuarrie drew up the designs that would show up almost exactly into the final production. A few years later, he would be teaming up again with Raiders co-creator Steven Spielberg to do another iconic ship, this time the mothership from the sci-fi classic E.T. Sadly, McQuarrie passed away in 2012 from Parkinson's disease. With the various new Star Wars projects in the works, McQuarrie's concept art is still being used to help create new stories and characters. This can be seen prominently in J.J. Abrams' new Star Wars movie. Abrams used McQuarrie's concept art for the vehicles in the film. McQuarrie's work is still inspiring science fiction to this day.